Hi there guys, Mr. We're back with another video. And I just watched like an hour or two ago. I just got out of like theater like 2 hours ago, Novacaine. And this is my review, and it will have spoilers later on in the review. But right now I just want to give my thoughts. So I'll give a time code when you click off. If you haven't seen the movie yet. But yeah. No, not a time code, you know what I mean. I'll say when I'll put in spoilers. Anyways, I think that it was a very good movie. These are my spoiler-free thoughts, by the way, right now. I think that was a very good movie, and I think that a lot of the characters were likable, and yeah, there were negatives, but still, I really do. In negatives, there was, I don't want to get into positives. I'll get into positives when I do the spoiler review. When I do the spoiler review, which is later on in this video. But like a negative is like that certain character. I'll talk about this more in my my spoiler section. There's a twist in the movie, and at a certain point, a certain character gets very unlikable. And if you see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I've seen it done better in other movies like this, but it's very like, I don't exactly like the way they handle it because the character just gets very unlikable. And yeah, also the twist in the movie is revealed, honestly, in my opinion, too early. Like, we know something that our main character Nate doesn't know. We know it for like an hour. I don't know about an hour, but like a long time. Like, I would say around an hour. We know something that he doesn't know for like around an hour, and he doesn't know it, and it's kind of like, so yeah, you know something that he doesn't know, and you should be informed with like, you should know the same information that he knows, right? So yeah, but those are just some negatives. Anyways, I'm gonna get into spoilers now. So if you haven't seen the movie, or if you haven't seen the movie and you care about spoilers, then stay on. But if you have seen the movie or you just don't care about spoilers, then you could just stay on. Anyways, so yeah. I thought this movie was really good, like I said. But yeah, getting into some positives here. Like, I think that Jack Wade did a really good job, as a main character. He was really believable as this character. He plays, like, mostly the same character in most things I've seen him in. I've seen him in a couple things. Like, I've seen him in The Hunger Games, Scream 5, just Scream, whatever. The Boys. I think that's it. I feel like I'm forgetting something though. Anyways, but yeah, this movie was really good, and I think that he was a very likable main character, and it was believable. The way he acts, and yeah. But yeah, and even like I'm sorry, I'm forgetting his name, but Ned Leeds from the Spider-Man movies. Like, I really like the character he plays. It is like essentially just the same character as in the Spider-Man movies, and yeah, and also it worked in this movie, the Leeds thing. But like the villain of the movie I thought was also really good, and I found out later that he was played by Jack Nicholson's son. So yeah, I think that he was really good in this movie. So yeah, but like so yeah, but like there is a, and you know, so if you've seen the movie and if you know the cast, like the main 3 stars, I haven't brought up one of them, right? I brought up Ned Leeds, I brought up Jack Wade, and then yeah, but I haven't brought up one of them, and it's because I don't dislike the actor who plays the main lead, the female lead, but like I forget her name. It's like Sherry or something. Sorry, but yeah, she was the actor who played her was in Prey. She played like the Mrs. in Prey, which is all I've seen her in, and I haven't seen that movie in a while, but I thought that she was pretty good in it when I seen it. So yeah, but yeah, but yeah, honestly, and for a good bit of the movie, for a good section of the movie, she was likable in the start. She was like likable in the start, you know. She had great chemistry with Jack Wood, and honestly, I'm not saying that the actor was bad. I'm saying that at a certain point, the script, which I do like the script, but like at a certain point, the script writes her character in a certain way that makes her unlikable. And I'm even gonna bring up an example of a movie that does this much better. But yeah, and there's like at a certain point, and if you see the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And that's the point where it's revealed that she is a villain. But yeah. Also, like I said, that she was like in on the job, and that she was sent to get the code, and yeah. But my main problem with the movie, not my main problem with the movie. One of my problems with the movie with revolving that twist too, is that I don't think we should have learned about it at the time we did. I think that we should have learned about it at the same time Nate learns about it. So later on in the movie, when he finds out, I think that's when we should have found out everything, and instead, yeah. But instead, we get clued into it like much earlier, and it just feels like we know something. We know plot twist that he doesn't even know, and yeah. But yeah, also I heard people say about how I think the plot twist was good, but like I heard people talk about how they seen the plot twist come from the trailers, which is like really, because I never even seen it like coming. I thought it was a good plot twist. So yeah. But just and what I mean by unlikable is because, like I said, I like the plot twist, but ultimately it was still, at the end of the day, I thought it was still pretty I would consider like unlikable at a certain point. And yeah, you could have a villain be likable, or even like, I want to bring up this example because it's a movie I've seen recently. I don't think it's a great movie. I think that this movie is much better than it, but still, I think it's a pretty good movie, and it does the whole this thing better. It's not even a twist in the movie; you see it from the start. But it's I'm bringing up Mr. Deeds with Adam Sandler. And this is spoilers for it, I guess, but if you really care that much, but yeah, I think it's a pretty good movie. But ultimately, in that movie, there's a similar thing going on where the main character played by Adam Sandler, he like gets in a relationship with this girl who is a reporter, who was basically just meant, he was filming stuff, and was basically just meant to like kind of like demolish his name, and she was like inside and reporting all this stuff. But I think that does it better because she feels more remorse. Because obviously in this movie, there's a certain point where Mrs. starts feeling remorse. But then but like also like the way she acts afterwards, she doesn't even really like. I don't even think she really apologizes to Nate, honestly. And like she's supposed to feel remorse, but like it was a very bad thing. But in Mr. Deeds, for example, you could see her feeling more remorse about what she's doing, and even like when she says like, I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna apologize, and how she apologizes and how she actually feels remorse for what she did. In that movie, it makes more sense. But in this movie, she doesn't really feel any. Well, she says she feels remorse and she wants to quit, but still, yeah. And also at a certain point, I kind of think that Nate is a little bit too much of a simp. Like, honestly, I would be really pissed off if I found out what he found out later on in the movie. But then, like, yeah, but he doesn't really care. He still, like, saves her at the end of the day. And, like, yeah. So, yeah, man, I would be pissed. But you don't really care, which is kind of like, it's a little bit too, it seems a little bit too much like a simp move. But whatever. I do still really like the movie despite those negatives. But yeah, yeah, I think that this movie was ultimately really good. I think that it was really funny too. Because like like in the scene where he has a fake being tortured, that was pretty good acting and stuff. And yeah, and it was and the acting was also really good. Like, honestly, I did expect there to be more bank robbers because like there's only 3. But yeah, I do like, yeah. And also I did really like the gore in this movie, and a lot of the kills were really cool. But yeah, the gore was really cool. Like when he broke his arm and he had to have it like, and the part of his arm was hanging out, and then he stabbed the main villain with the bone through the mouth. Like that was really cool. And yeah, even when he like put his hand in like the like frying thing, which cooked his hand. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And then yeah, I thought that all the performances were really good. Like the lead cop was also good, and the actor Matt Walsh. No, not that Matt Walsh. Like the actor Matt Walsh, which you've probably seen him in like he's probably on you've probably seen him before, but like you don't really know his name because like he's like the kind of guy like you see in everything, but you see in a lot of things, but you don't know his name. You see him in a bunch of comedy stuff. You know, he was in like The Hangover, Role Models, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You know, it's just a bunch of comedy stuff. I thought that he was good in here too. He wasn't in it much, but I still really think he was really good. And then yeah, anyway, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyways, that should and that should about do it. So anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you next video. Bye.